Hey guys, Richard here. So in this review I want to talk about BookProfitz. Now this is a apparently world's first Amazon and ebook affiliate site builder that is due to be released on the 16th of March by this guy here, Yves Kuro. Now basically I'm going to show you around the actual software itself. We're going to go inside and I'll come back to the sales page. There are a lot of things on this sales page you need to be aware of before you go ahead part ways with any of your hard-earned money, because guys, you really need to be a little bit suspicious of certain things on this sales page. So guys, my name is Richard Darby. This is School Nomads. If you're interested in these types of honest reviews, go ahead and hit that subscribe and notification bell and I'll let you know whenever I produce new videos. And guys, if you're really struggling and you want to understand how to build a real, honest, transparent affiliate marketing business online, go ahead and hit the link in the description below over to School Nomads. I got some completely free training for you there that you can get started with straight away. So guys, let's jump into this. Everything's usual thing, 3 clicks to actually build these sites, etc, etc. So if you come into the dashboard, first thing I notice on the dashboard is there's lots of numbers here that don't really make any sense to me. This is the access, this is the version that they're showing to the JVs, and they've got all these kind of traffic, income and stats here that none of them really make any sense. Number one, if I look at these sales stats here, or supposedly sales stats, according to this I'm only selling a couple of ebooks a day anyway, and that's not going to make me thousands of dollars. But if I look at the actual duration of these go all the way back till last January and February, because I'm only in March 2023 now. So these go back to last year. So I was kind of interested in when this site was actually registered, and it was actually registered on the 22nd of December. So it's not long, it's only 3 months. So these stats aren't really making sense as far as duration of the stats are concerned. And also when I look to this traffic, I'm not sure what this traffic is telling me, because when I go through Uber Suggest and look at this site, BookProfitz, this had no traffic so far. And if it had 65,000 visits to it, if that's what it's trying to tell me, it would have told me that on Uber Suggest. So I don't really believe any of these stats. I think they're all a bit nonsense. The only probably valid one on there is the fact that it's got 9 sites on here. So the idea is, guys, you're going to come down here and you're going to create a site. Now creating a site is pretty simple. All you do is put a name and a domain in here, and then you end up actually on this platform here where you have a load of these sites created. If I just go on to one that I created here, this is the site you create. So it looks quite nice. It's got loads of ebooks on here, lots of sharing options on here. The only thing with these sharing options, and I'll repeat this when I go back to that dashboard, is if you've got nobody on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube, if you haven't got an existing audience, sharing things to those platforms is completely pointless, because nobody's going to see them. You're not going to organically share something to a platform. It's going to go viral and they're going to come over here. Free traffic only exists if you've got visitors on those platforms, simple as that. But you have all of these ebooks on here that are preloaded, and by the way, everybody's going to have the same website, so you're going to have lots of competition on here, but that's what you got. And basically, if they click into here, what they're actually doing is linking over to Amazon or Better World Books or eBay, depending what link you put in on the back end as an affiliate link. Of course, you have to sign up for these sites. And basically they're going to go through and buy them off those sites. They actually click through to Amazon to buy the actual products themselves. So you're just putting this site as kind of an intermediary site between the people that visit it and where they're actually going to buy the books. Now they might as well just come over to Amazon, Better World Books and eBay anyway and buy these books instead of coming to your site, because one thing you are going to have lots of problems with is how do you get people over to your fabulous site in the first place? Where do you get your traffic from? If you haven't got an existing audience, you're going to have to advertise this site in some way, and that can be very, very expensive. Remember, the markup and the commission to these various ebooks is going to be relatively low in these sites. It's not a huge thing. You have to play with a lot of numbers here to actually make good money out of this. But that's basically what the whole thing is about. You're just going to come along here, build your own site, and then on the actual sales page they do talk about being able to create sites for other people. Big problem with that is, guys, you can only actually create 5 sites on the front end here, and then you have to buy the unlimited version and you can create more sites, but it's all under their own domain here, this BookProfitz domain. You can't sell people sites that are on other people's domains because they don't control those domains in the long term. So if this site suddenly they decide not to renew this domain for some reason, it's completely out of your hands and the site will disappear. The only way you can sell websites is if you can create a website and actually sell the domain and all of the access to it to somebody else. And then they can go ahead and use that. But this isn't your domains. This is their domain that you're just building subdomains on to build these various sites. So every one of these is going to be the same. Just click on this Reader's Paradise. They get the same site. It's all going to be exactly the same. Now, no doubt you can swap a few of these out in the background, but you might as well just make your own website and go and do this anyway. There's plenty of these options around. You can get loads and loads of sites on here that you can actually reference and got much better quality websites than this to sell their ebooks. But the point is, guys, you're going to have a problem in huge competition with all of these guys to actually sell anything on here. So I don't think this tactic is very good, to be honest. Now, don't get me wrong, selling ebooks could be good to your existing audience if you can buy something that you're allowed to sell, or you can actually refer them to somewhere in Amazon in your specific niche. And again, it's all about niching down in marketing. You can't just sell any old rubbish. You've got to build up an audience of people in this very, very similar niche to you, and you can sell to them. If you can go ahead and do that, you can sell the odd ebook here and there, but you can just link directly to Amazon. This kind of all-encompassing approach is very, very difficult because you can't get people over to this site. It's all about the traffic, guys. So I'll just come back to the actual sales page itself. Now, I'm going to come down here. Obviously, everything's the same kind of thing. It's all click, click, click. Easy to actually do. So they are very easy to actually produce. You do get the same site as everybody else. But then you come down to here, as I've just spoken about. Yes, these guys might be selling these sites for $500, for $545. But for one, that's in a completely different place. That's an e-commerce site. This is an affiliate marketing site, which have nothing to do with ebooks. But then you have to be able to give all of the either the source code or the domain or all the access to these folks. And in this case, you can't. You can't rely on the fact that this site will be up and running in years to come. Whereas you buy a domain off Namecheap and you install a page builder there and you can actually build it for somebody else, then you could guarantee that. In this case, you can't, I don't think. So if you come down, and I'm actually going to go to the testimonials, which is kind of my pet peeve with these types of things. So here's one strange thing. They've obviously got different testimonial for the same guy here. But let's put this down to the fact this page might not be quite ready yet, so they haven't managed to find the fake images to put on here. But then I come to these ones, and these are testimonials by Jack R, Laura W, and Tony I. And basically, if I just right click on each of these images, you'll see that these are just stock images. They're not real people, which suggests to me that these aren't real testimonials. Again, if I just click on this one, you'll see this is a stock image. Easy enough to find out. Just look at it. Been on various different other websites. Then last one here, a stock image on other people's websites, which suggests to me like these aren't real testimonials, as I said. Now, you could say, well, maybe the people that did these testimonials don't want their images shown. Well, I would suggest you don't show any images then, because as soon as you do something like this, I'm telling you, these aren't real people. And they're not going to be real people because nobody's making any money with this, because the site has been barely up and running for a couple of months, and it's all just a very, very, quite an old tactic actually, brought back to life. Somebody's obviously got hold of an ebook plugin, and I'm expecting there's going to be a few of these ebook type products now on the market that you can bring a load of ebooks from Amazon and various other sources into the same source, and then you can sell it as a site. That's going to be the tactic. I think it's completely pointless, guys, because one, it's unfocused, and two, if you don't know how to get traffic over to these sites, I definitely wouldn't pay for it because I don't think the markup's going to be big enough, then you're not going to make any sales. So that's my opinion of BookProfitz, guys. Hope you find that valuable. Again, I'm just trying to share my own experience with you so you can save a little bit of money online, not going ahead and spending lots of time using these quite silly strategies. If you're interested in more reviews like this, just go ahead and hit that subscribe and notification bell, and I'll let you know whenever I produce new videos. And guys, if you're really struggling and you want to figure out how to actually make money online with affiliate marketing, I've got some completely free training for you there. Go ahead and hit this link in the description below over to the School Nomads, and we'll get you started straight away. Until next time, guys, take care.